Let's see if I can pull my chair up here a little bit, y'all. How are you today? I hope that you're good. I'm walking around with a tissue in my hand because, these seasons that are changing. And when they start picking the cotton fields, which I'm going to do a video out there about cotton fields, I start getting sneezy. Oh gosh, Brownie's on the couch over there. So, hello. How are you? I'm so glad that you're here. This is Andale Homestead. I'm Ann. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you being here. I hope to be able to see you very soon. Hey, my granny's garden. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you. If you're in, say a little how do, say a little hello. That makes me feel good. Just to be, hey, CJ, all that, treasure hunter, Jennifer Perkins. Hey, sweethearts. Thank y'all for coming in. Hey, Betty. What we're going to do now, I can start this off by saying I am not a doctor. I have no medical experience whatsoever. And so, what we're going to do today, we're going to make a little cough, cold, sore throat medicine thing together that it helps me. It may not help you. And I don't know, you might be allergic to some of the ingredients. I don't know. You're going to have to do your own research. Hey, Hudson. Hey, Tennessee Bushcraft and Painting with Squirrels and Claire and Green Grass Grows. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad to see Facebook and YouTube together. I'm a little nervous. Started this StreamYard and they said you only have 6 more days to be your Facebook to be available. So I don't know if we'll be able to do this much longer to be able to go on both channels at the same time. But I woke up with the sniffles. I woke up with the sniffles this morning. And I know that they're starting to pick cotton. I know they're starting to turn peanuts in the area. And, the weather's just changing. It's cooler in the morning, warmer in the afternoon. It makes my allergies weird, all those kinds of things. Papa's Kitchen. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah. And yes, we do need to keep safe. There is a storm that's coming to our area. This hurricane that they keep talking about coming up the East Coast. That also, with the wind, stirs up all the dust and the pollen and things like that that can irritate your sinuses and all those kinds of things. So I've gotten all my chargers. They're all around the house. Got all my chargers recharged. Got everything going on, and I've got food. We've got charcoal. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. You're going to have to put up with me doing that a little bit today because, these allergies, there's something. So, if you would share with me, please, can you hear me and see me clearly? I think you can see me because I see myself, but I'm not sure about the hearing. If you can, and you're watching the live as it's live, if you'll put a 1 in the chat, that will be very helpful. Hey, Scott with Rambling with the Brooms. How are you? Rambling with the Brooms, loud and clear. Okay, good. Because you never know. I mean, we're sitting here talking to ourselves. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad that you're here. So we've got a few people in, and I don't want this to take forever because it is a Sunday, and it is 1:30 my time. It may be earlier your time where you're just getting out of church or you're just doing your thing, and I appreciate you being here. What I have done, I have a little elixir. It's kind of just a little homemade elixir, but I'm getting short. So I'm going to make some more. And I thought, well, you know what? I have to make some more anyway. Why don't I do that with you? And then you can see how it's done. And it may work for you. I don't know. It always helps me. It helps clear me up better than any over the counter medicine that I purchase, but they don't really like us saying it. So it's allegedly that this might help you in some of your sneezing, and maybe you've got dry throat, or you're coughing a little bit, or you start feeling a little bit off, this might be able to help you. So I thought we could make it together. Does that sound all right? We can all use these things in a change of season to be able to help with a cough or a congestion in your chest or congestion in your head. Oh, you like my cap? Me too. Every time I wear it. Now, it's been really cold there in Michigan, rain and temps 45 to 55. And you refuse to turn on the heat. I don't blame you. Winter jammies and electric throw blankets. That sounds like the plan to me. Oh my goodness. Hey, Chuck, Life with Linda and Chuck and Growing with Hudson. G Mama Grows. I'm so glad y'all are here. So, what I thought we would do is make this concoction together. I have just a quart jar, and I use the plastic lids because I found out that the metal lids will sometimes turn in some of the ingredients. So, if y'all are ready, let's do this together. Okay, good. You'd appreciate the recipe. It's real easy. It's really easy. But I thought what I'd do is pull this down so you won't be able to see my face as well, but you can see it some. You can see the face a little bit, and you get to see some of the. And what I'll try to do is put everything in there at the same time. First thing I did was I have a red onion, and I just halved it. I just got half of a red onion. Put that to the side because we've talked about it. And I'm going to put some red onion that I have rough chopped it because some people don't like the taste of onion and you have to strain it later. And they don't dare want any onions to touch their mouths. So I just put some chopped red onion. You can use, hit the like button, please. You can use white onion if that's all you have, but red onion has so many healing qualities. Hey, everybody, carpenters, self-reliance, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to have plastic lids with your fire starter. You sure do. Hey, Jen from Ohio. Supposed to be in the 59s. Well, we don't know what it's going to be here because we might be having a hurricane come. Who knows? But I want to have some of this ready to go. Now, I like garlic a lot, and garlic kills everything just about for me. So I cut up several garlic. If you'll see the fresh garlic. And what I did is just plain garlic. You take the skin off of it, and you can slice it or leave it whole if you want to. Ooh, dropped a little something. That's not a surprise. So I have some garlic that I'm putting in there, in with the onions. And then I just sprinkle a little bit of turmeric, maybe a teaspoon. I don't really measure it. Facebook user. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I don't really measure the turmeric. I just add a little. And the turmeric is good for swelling and inflammation, according to Google. And I'm not an expert, and it is allegedly. And know that I am not a doctor. This is just something that I do for myself. See, I'm going to put maybe, half a tablespoon, something like that in there. You're here from the Netherlands. I'm so glad you're here. Yep, garlic, onions, and turmeric so far. And then I put a little bit of cumin in there. Cumin helps as well. Not as much because it's more of a Mexican kind of flavor, like for tacos and things like that. But I do put some cumin in there. You did make a live, EOT. I'm so glad you're here. Your first love. Well, honey, what we're doing is we're making something that helps me when my allergies, I start getting the sneezies and my allergies get bad and I start coughing and blowing my nose every 2 seconds and walking around with a box of tissues under my arm 24/7. So here's some cumin. So we have red onion, chopped, rough chopped. We have garlic that I have rough chopped. We have turmeric. We have cumin. And I'm getting ready to add a little bit of cumin. I'm just a couple shakes. A couple of shakes in there. Now, what I do on top of that is I use honey to cover it. And I try really hard to get local honey because local to me, the bees know what they're doing, man. The bees know what they're doing, and it can help you fight off your allergies of your local area. But if you can't, you can get just a recommendation if you don't already use it. I use whole black peppercorns. It helps turmeric be absorbed by your body more readily. Ooh, Tennessee bushcrafter, that's a good idea. 1239 in Houston, Texas. So I'm going to put some honey in here. I do try to purchase, oh gosh, well, maybe I'm not. Oh, it's coming a little bit. I try to purchase, and my husband must have tightened this up because, oh, there it is. I try to purchase local, like I said, because it helps. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. You love wild berry honey? I like honey too. Hey, Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. I appreciate you being here listening. So I'm just going to pour the honey right over it. I'm probably going to go ahead and use most of this jar because it just, I have several other jars that I've purchased, but if I didn't, I wouldn't use as much. I mean, I would kind of be jinxy with it a little bit. Now, this will save itself right out on the shelf. You don't have to put it in the refrigerator or anything, but it'll save itself right out on the shelf for a couple of weeks. But I'll tell you what I do that's a little bit different than that. Hey, Sheppy. So you have this. See, it gets all mixed in there with the onions and the garlic and the turmeric. Shake it up. There's a little bit more onion. I don't want to waste anything. Shake it up. Now, because this is, it's raw onion and raw garlic and stuff like that, and honey, it could potentially turn after a couple of weeks. You can use it you can use it for a couple of weeks because by tomorrow, the juice from the onions and the garlic and everything will make it watery, just like this. Make it watery. And then you strain it out and just save the juice. And I take a tablespoon like every day if my allergies are acting up, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. Hey, David Gorey. It depends on, hey, Ann from my other Ann with the E, little Frenchie in Big Texas. I'm glad to see you. So it's liquid after like the next day. Tomorrow it will be liquefied. And this will save a couple of weeks on the counter. Now, let me share a little something extra that I do. And I did a live the other day on tinctures, and I had quite a bit of interest of people saying, please share with me how you do your tinctures. There's no big secret to it. It's just you soak stuff in vodka, basically. But this is goldenrod tincture. And I picked a bunch of goldenrod last year, which we're scoping it out again to be able to have some more goldenrod. Pull you up just a little bit. So we're shopping around looking for goldenrod, and you dry it out, or you don't even really have to dry it out. You can put it in a great big jug, cut the flowers and the leaves, try to take the big sticks out of it, and stuff it in a jar, cover it with vodka, and keep it for 90 days. Keep turning it every day as much as you can. And that makes tincture. And it really does work very well. So this has so much alcohol in it, and it has goldenrod that helps a ton with being able to help you with your allergies, that it will preserve this liquid. I've had this since June. I've had this since June, and it's still very good. It hasn't spoiled or anything. I use organic, wait a minute, Bragg's apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons, 8 ounces of water. You must dilute. ACV is the remedy for my allergies. No medications work. I understand that. ACV is a miracle worker. Google it. Yeah, okay, you guys Google it. So I'm going to try not to spill this. But you don't have to use a tincture. I just think that this vodka added with the goldenrod adds quite a bit to it. And I put a little cup. You can use straight vodka if you want to. And trust me, we look really weird going to the liquor store buying vodka. Hey, babe, I'm on live. Just giving him a little heads up because he's been out running some errands and doing some things today. So I get just a little teeny bit, and I'm going to put it in here. Let me get the top back on here before I spill all this prized stuff. All right, so I have this. You can add more honey if you want to, but it really does make quite a bit of liquid. And when you only take it by the tablespoon, it lasts a long time. So I'm going to add that to it. And then I'll shake it up. I just set it out on the counter. And we're going to get along great. You make tinctures too, Facebook user? Oh, I am so learning. It's a brand new world learning these tinctures. It's a brand new world. And it has been so healthy for me because we never know. You never know if the drugstore is not going to be available at some time. We have a hurricane coming up the coast. We don't know if we're going to have any electricity or any availability to a pharmacy or to be able to get some over-the-counter medication. And I'd like to be prepared to be able to have some things while I do have electricity. So I shake it up. This will turn into this by tomorrow. And then what I'll do is strain it out and just keep the liquid and take a tablespoon every day. So there we have it. What do y'all think about that? Thanks for the recipe, Ann Dale Homestead. Natural remedy better than those pills. Yeah, well, yeah, you mix it, mix it, mix it. That's right. You have a dog with allergies. Would something like that help her? Paula, I have heard that honey is not good for dogs. I have heard that. Now we know why you're so happy because of the vodka. Sometimes. Hey, bake leg. No, I will have an occasional cocktail. I think I told everybody that before. Is there a written recipe? Corinne, there is not. Hey, Al Chafe. I'm glad you're here. But you know what? I can. It's kind of like hot cider. You know where all these people have recipes for hot cider? I just don't. Yeah, the onions. Dogs are allergic to onions too. So many things in our cupboard we can use and forage for. We found goldenrod in the backyard. Now, I had always thought that that was the cause of my allergies. Oh, no, that terrible, terrible goldenrod. It's not. The pollen on goldenrod stays, it doesn't blow, it stays in within the flower and it helps you build your immunity. It's not these crazy things that are going on. Make you sneeze and carry on because, golly gee, I just really have had the sniffles today. What is goldenrod? Goldenrod is it's really a wild plant. I'll try to. I've got a video on goldenrod, Tracy. That it's an old one though, and it's on YouTube. It's not on Facebook. I tell you what we'll do though. Yep, you forage for yours too, G Mama Grows. I tell you what I'll do. Where is that? Who was that again? On what's goldenrod? Let me see. Tracy, what I will do is when we go out and we forage for goldenrod this year, I'll film it and I'll show you exactly what you are looking for. I know, Lynn, I thought goldenrod caused allergies, but it does not. It is, it was another name that escapes this poor sniffly brain. It's another name. It's not goldenrod. What is it that helps you, that makes you sneeze? Ragweed. Ragweed is what it is that makes you sneeze and carries on and has a terrible time. So, oh, I would like to say that somebody's coming to see me or somebody's talking about me, but I don't know. Oh, canine honey, all natural, unfiltered honey, dog food, topper, and treats. Okay. Well, I, don't trust me. Please do your own research. You take bee pollen daily. That's a good thing to take. Is honey safe for dogs? Honey is safe for dogs to eat in small quantities. It contains natural sugars and small amounts of vitamins and minerals. Okay. Well, maybe it was the onions. It was something in it that definitely gave me an alert that told me that that's not a that might not be a good thing for them. Ragweed's bothering you right now. Oh yeah, started taking Claritin. I have to take an allergy pill pretty much every day. Hey, Homestead in the Wood, I'm glad to see you. Onions are not safe. No, they are not safe for the dogs. So I'll go over it again really quickly, just in case you're coming in a little bit late, because there are some people that are here a little bit late. I cut up a red onion, cut that in half, chopped it coarsely. I got several garlic cloves. I don't know. I have 4 or 5, something like that. Hey, G3GS. I took the skins off. You can put them in whole or cut them in half. I did learn on garlic that if you cut it in half or even press it a little bit and leave it on the counter for about 10 minutes, it has a chemical reaction with the air that gives it a lot more flavor and a lot more things. I have not used nettle leaf, but I would really like to. All right, so red onion, garlic, dumped it in the jar, few shakes of cumin, few shakes of turmeric, maybe half a tablespoon of turmeric because it helps with swelling and things like that. And then you cover it with honey. Cover it with honey. And I added a little medicine cup full of my goldenrod tincture, which is just goldenrod and vodka. It's not a secret to it. It just doesn't spoil. And so if you don't have goldenrod tincture or a tincture of some sort, then you can just use plain vodka. And I would use maybe half a thing, half a maybe it says 5 milliliters, 10 milliliters, maybe something like that. Maybe about half of that because you don't want it to taste like booze. Well, you might, but I don't want it to. Do you dehydrate any of your garden produce? I absolutely do, Paula. I absolutely do dehydrate a lot. In fact, on the 27th of September, I have the Last Chance Cook Off collaboration coming out. And oh gosh, Joanne, I think that's going to pass by. She told me to get some brandy and go home and make some tea with a cup of brandy and honey. That's good. That's good. Needless to say, I had my voice in the morning with a killer hangover. Oh, when I got to work, she forgot to tell me to just sip that bad boy. See, it's already getting more fluid in there. And by tomorrow, it'll be almost complete liquid. I just have to strain out these chunks in order to be able to get the juice. Garlic is natural penicillin. It really is. So, I mean, excuse me for scratching my nose so much, but it's itching like crazy. All these changes of seasons. And, but as far as preserving, on the 27th, there's a video that's coming out, the Last Chance Cook Off. We cooked some pork chops and some fresh veggies from the garden and some fresh jalapenos, some jalapeno poppers. And we used things from the garden. I get dill and parsley and unfortunately I have not garlic and onion and all the tops and all these things. I bring them in and dehydrate them. In fact, I've got some onions dehydrating in the dehydrator as we speak. I closed the door so you wouldn't hear the dehydrator. Oh, you say I make natural pain reliever, about 100 leaves of stinging nettle, submerge it with vodka, and let it sit on the counter for 3 to 4 weeks, shaking it daily. I need to get some of that stuff. I've tried buying, see, around here, we can't purchase those herbs to grow ourselves. I'd have to order some. I have not heard how Lester's doing from the ER last night. I'm in North Carolina, and Texas is a different time zone, like by 2 hours. I texted him last night and said, "Hey, are you okay? You got me worried now. Are you all right?" And he did text back and said, "Thank you for worrying. I'm going to be all right." I said, "Oh my goodness, you need to take it easy. This is against the rules because you don't have time to be sick." And he said, "Well, I'm still trying to edit some videos with my right hand on my phone in the ER, so it can't be but so bad." We are praying for Lester. He hurt. I haven't. I don't have Jamie's number to be able to text Jamie. Um, just, just Lester. I mean, he was just so sweet. Hey, just Dorsha. And I'm so privileged, beyond privileged to even have that. And I don't abuse it at all. I don't just text him to chat. I text him when I have a question, and I text him when I see something that I love or I'm concerned about it. So you're next door to me. I'm in, of course, Virginia. Yeah, you are. And so the Virginia bushcrafter, y'all be careful about this storm that's coming through. We don't know what path it's going to be. I did have plans for the weekend. I'm supposed to go up to the mountains, North Carolina mountains, this next weekend on Sunday and spend the first part of the week up there. So when we go live on Tuesday, it'll probably be up in the mountains unless the hurricane blows the mountains down or tears my house up. Rambling with the brooms. Where can I get those leaves for a pain reliever? Pain relief is what I'd love. The stinging nettle. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Um, Her Healthy Home is a channel that has a ton of herbs that we can order from. The woman is a plethora of information, and she has every kind of herb that you can think of. Also, you can order it online. I'm in Florida, so we try to slow down the hurricane before it gets to you. Yes, Lynn, I'm sorry, but you do. You guys catch the brunt, knock it in its knees so it has to crawl up to us. You pray for all our sinuses and our noses and our throats and our immune systems. Yeah. Might be able to find them online or in an open field. See, I don't have enough knowledge. I want to learn with you and from you all. I don't have enough knowledge to go in the middle of a field and say, "Oh, that's stinging nettle," or, "Oh, that is so and so," or such and such. I do know goldenrod. I have foraged for that. I do know some of the other things, but I just don't have enough knowledge for that. So I didn't want to keep you. Like I said, it's Sunday. Just wanted to pop in for a second. I hate to leave when there's over 100 people saying hello and chatting with each other. And so maybe before we go, if y'all have some questions about anything, any ideas about anti-cancer tumor shrinking for my Great Dane's mammary tumor. Sarah. No, I am not a doctor. I am not a vet. I have no medical experience. Please do your own research. All those kinds of things. Thank you, Dorsha. But my daughter's next door neighbor loves her lab as much as she does her children. He did have a cancerous tumor, and she went to an all raw diet, all raw. Sweet potatoes, ground turkey. He does get some ground beef occasionally, but it's mostly ground turkey and something else. But Sarah, I will try to get the recipe of how she feeds her dog. His coat is gorgeous. He's lived 1.5 years where they told him, I mean, he did have a few treatments. Hey, fallen Arkansas veteran. He did have a few treatments, but they said, this is just prolonging it. It's not really curing it. And the dog is running all over the place. So, I don't know. The proof's in the pudding, as far as I'm concerned. But Google all raw. She doesn't cook any of the meat. She doesn't do anything like that. She doesn't cook any of the vegetables. And he has some sort of vitamin supplements also to help his immune system. So Google that and check on it. It has made a huge difference. Hey, I want to learn to, I want to give you a great foraging site here in Kentucky, but I may not be able to get to you before you close. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, Homestead in the Wood. Also, I have Facebook, and if you go to Facebook and message me through there, then I do get, I'm not getting inundated with Facebook messages yet. And I don't anticipate to do that. And that way it's kind of been a little bit better. I can stay in touch with everybody. Here, I'm just shaking this stuff to pieces, getting it all mixed up. It tastes a little, you've got these seasonings in there, so it's a little bit gritty with the turmeric, but it doesn't taste bad unless you can't stand garlic and onion. Then you might not like that. You might need to go to the apple cider vinegar and to honey, just plain honey. We're looking into cooking for our dog to heal his kidney instead of the prescription diet. It's so much better for him. I agree, Jennifer. Anything that we can do that God made is so much better for us. I had driven down the road on Friday. Today is Sunday. I drove down the road to go see my grandbabies in their Grandparents' Day celebration. That was so cute and fun. It was a really sweet celebration. I didn't get any video of it. But I did when I was driving down the road. I looked on one side of the road is a full field of cotton plants that have green leaves everywhere. You see the little cotton bulbs all over the place. Directly on the other side of the road, where they had sprayed a defoliar, it was just the cotton and the stakes, no leaves whatsoever. And I thought, man, if somebody's garden is within air reach of that spray, there's just no way that you're going to be able to grow anything because it killed everything green. I'll put that out maybe after this that y'all can see. I'm still figuring out the reels and the stories. So if you're down, I don't understand that. Sometimes food is the answer. That's for sure. All right, you guys, it has been 30 minutes. Lester and I can't stay on for just 5 minutes. We just can't. I'm live, but loving the hat. Oh, yeah. Isn't that a cute hat? I didn't want to do my hair. I know it is awful, Cedar Grove. I don't blame the cotton farmers. I don't blame them. I mean, the expense of gas, the expense of the seeds now, all those things, it's something that they have to do, but it's so sad for our earth. It's so sad for the gardens that are around. And y'all, I just really appreciate you being here. And I do want to close because the storm is coming and it's coming for Florida too. But I do want to close with my special verse that is so special to my heart because I know the plans I have for you, say the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. So you guys, as the season changes, let me know if you make this and how it works for you. And I'll show you on Tuesday how liquidy it is. Don't forget to come back Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern time for our Tuesday. I love you all. Take care of each other. Look after each other. And look after your neighbors as well. All right. Hope to see you soon.